Is that just some original improv?
No, I don't know. I was just trying to, play with my heart and my soul.
Jesus God.
And give you pain. And
well, don't do that anymore.
That was great. Thanks. That's over, right?
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson.
Great Measures. Great Measures.
What?
Sometimes you just got to think outside the box, Richard.
That's not even on the planet where there's a box.
Yeah.
We're going to do Slipknot. The song is called Spit It Out.
Okay.
That's all I'm giving
You're
you.
not going to tell me anything right now. Just going to leave me here with my mind in the gutter.
Yep. It's going to stay in the gutter, too.
Is it?
Yep. Ready?
Slip? Yes. How would I have done that one?
You wouldn't.
Slipknot. Slip. It's a negation, so slip not. What'd you say?
Does. Slip does.
Slip does. Not. Slip. What was the first one you said? Slip.
Slipknot?
No, not yes.
Slip will?
Slip will. Slip.
What
Slip.
not?
Uh-huh.
What not?
Slip. Uh-huh.
All right, this is Spit It Out by Slipknot. Ready to roll?
Yes, Richard. Yes, proceed. Jeez.
Did you never give a damn in the first place? Maybe it's time you where the tables turn. Cause in the interest of all involved, I got the problem solved. And the verdict is guilty. Bad little gal, mate, all the way of here to try. Stop, drop, and roll. You were dead from the get-go, been motherfucker. Took my cock, stuck away, scared at me now. Then you dumb it, I thought always is and never was. Don't measure me to pierce and vinegar. Don't tell me actually, think I fear your bullshit. Just another dumb bum, jumping up this shit. It's another way to break through the noise. With a circle that has had, you guys have been. Gotta be that way if you want it. Sanity, literal profanity, yeah, man. Smash it out. All you wanna do is shut me down. All I wanna do is step you out. Smash it out. All you wanna do is shut me down. All I wanna do is step you out. Maybe it's the way you gotta spend a lot of room. I'm trying to keep it all you live and special label when you realize. Step out third. I guess it's time to bury your ass with the chrome. Straight to the dome. You hear me right, bitch? Out in the sun. And if you know it's good, just shut up and beg for the backstab. Don't you know you're just inside for a minute? Yeah, since you get shot. Make it a minute back, boy, out. I don't hear shit, cause the gate's in and out. Come on, I got a face full of duct tape, living on bar, going home in a basket. You gotta pull the power, no, nothing nice, that shit. Well, ain't that something, bail, don't protect. And you can let if you want, but I'll find you coming up behind you. Spit it out. All you wanna do is shut me down. All I wanna do is step you out. Spit it out. All you wanna do is shut me down. All I wanna do is step you out. Time I set this record straight. All the needle-nose punching is making me irate. Sick of my bitch falling on deaf ears. Where you gonna be in the next 5 years? The cool when all the fools and all the politics get you lips ready. Gonna gang, gonna make you sick. You got dick when they find out the good stuff. Bam, are you sick of me? Good enough. Fuck me, I'm all out of enemies. 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 Smash it out. All you wanna do is shut me down. All I wanna do is step you out. Smash it
Okie doke, Richard.
So that is.
Very Slipknot-y.
So the reason I wanted to do that one last week, at the time of recording this last week, was the 25th anniversary of that album. That's their self-titled from 1999. That is probably, I want to say, I mean, my memory from what I can recollect, that's the first quote unquote extreme song that I ever heard that I was like, oh, this is what I need. I still just get nostalgic feelings from hearing that song. It was kind of a big gateway for me into.
Was it a hit?
It was a single. They had a music video for it. I'm also at some point down the road. There's a live version of this that's very famous. And I don't want to give too much away, but they do a thing at the bridge of the song that's just...
What do you mean you don't want to give too much away?
Because I want you to watch the video for it at some point down the road, the live version of it.
Okay.
It's a lot of crowd interaction and some really cool coordinated stuff.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
What's the song about? You got
it's kind of a big middle finger, according to the internet. Again, it was written in retaliation to some childish mudslinging by a handful of individuals who worked at a local radio station in Des Moines, Iowa, where the band is from. For whatever reason, these people at the radio station worked really hard to keep Slipknot off of the radio. Apparently there was a radio show, it may be the same radio show we're talking about, called Mancow's Morning Madhouse. And the song ended up getting broadcast after the station threatened to pull the show for not playing it. It was also right after Slipknot got pulled from a slot on a live show in Chicago that was hosted by the radio show, or the DJ, I guess his name is Mancow.
Mancow.
Yeah.
That's your first problem.
Yeah. And like I said, there's a live version that I wanted you to hear the studio version first, and at some point, we'll do the live version, just because it's one of those things that, like, you have to see along your journey of checking out metal.
I like the Slipknot.
This is 1999 as well. I don't know if I mentioned
You
that.
did.
Okay.
The year of the tragic Woodstock.
Yeah.
Did they play that Woodstock?
I don't think so. No, they were not that level yet. It didn't take long after that, but...
Well, I like Slipknot because there's 9 guys in the band.
And the only other song we've done from this was Wait and Bleed, the first Slipknot song I think I showed you.
That's a slower acoustic one, right?
No, that was... we did Snuff and we did Vermilion, part 1 and 2.
Okay.
Wait and Bleed was, I think it was the first Slipknot song we ever did, I ever showed you.
Well, I like Slipknot because there's a lot of diversity in their instrumentation, so that you can do a lot of stuff creatively in the band. I still don't like the masks. I don't know what it is. I mean...
You're not a horror guy, though.
Well, I'm not. I'm not a horror guy. And
just thematically overall, whether it be movies, whether it be music,
no,
horror is not your thing.
And I don't mind.
And I think that maybe, just my opinion, outside looking in, I think that may be why the masks are.
Maybe I just don't. So Slipknot has some really pretty songs. And I don't know how they ever take the mask off live, or if they play those pretty songs live.
They play. Yeah, I mean, it varies.
So I could see sort of if they because I think you could characterize these masks as grotesque.
Sure.
If that's fair. And so if I were to hear Snuff going on at a show and they're playing the acoustic guitar, and he's got that mask on.
Yeah.
And there's an interesting image there.
Yeah.
Even with Sleep Token, when the stuff where he's playing in the basement or whatever it is, or he got that. It looks sort of grotesque. It's a little scary, and I understand. The artistic expression is not lost on me. I understand, doing the faceless, the no identity, or there's a million different things that we could say that this is, and I don't have a problem with people wearing masks either, or wearing some get up. I like what Gadia,
Sure.
Gadia. I like how they look, and I sort of like how Sleep Token do their thing. So it's fun to look at. It's cool to listen to, and you can apply the music in whatever. Like I said, with Slipknot playing a slow song up there in their jumpsuits and their crazy mask, and they're playing a sweet song. It would be interesting to might soften me on the mask grotesqueness a little bit.
Yeah.
But it makes me uneasy sometimes. I like listening to them and not seeing them so much, because again, I really like the plethora of musical instrumentation that they can do. Mm-hmm. I like the turntable stuff. Sometimes I don't in Limp Bizkit. I mean, not Limp Bizkit. Linkin Park.
You don't like the turntables in Linkin Park?
I just not a Linkin Park fan.
I know you're not.
But I respect him way more now. After I got reamed for being rude about him. I mean, I understand it. I just don't necessarily like it.
Yeah.
And the rapping thing, it comes and goes with me.
Sure.
And this song, I dig it.
Yeah.
I like Corey Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
I like him.
Yeah.
I think he's got it. I think he's got the thing.
The X Factor.
Mm-hmm. And I like Slipknot because, like I said, I really like the percussive thing. I like how they do their little breaks and little interesting stuff, and just guitar and hi-hat here and just all the stuff that they do. But leave the masks at the house, bro.
Okay.
Nah, I mean, whatever. I'm just saying, for me, it sort of pigeonholes me at times. And I think all music can do that to me, depending. If there's too much... And I mean all music, across the spectrum. There was a time when Tool played behind a screen, and all you saw were the silhouettes of them. Mm-hmm. I thought that was a cool idea. Mm-hmm. And then seeing other... Sometimes I wonder if the visual aspect takes away from the music. It can add to it too, or it can just be another factor that's involved. I understand all of this, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, from the standpoint of just listening to music.
You're just thinking out loud.
Yeah. I'm not I'm not saying any of it's bad or shouldn't be done. Who am I to say that? But I'm just talking about when I hear this song, if I don't think about what they might be looking at or what they might be looking like while they do it, I hear it differently than if I'm thinking of the images that I'm given either in a video or by, we tend to say with the last Gadia video we did, the music sounded liquid to me, but there was also these liquid images too. So is it really my opinion, or am I being pushed in that way?
Right.
But then I see that Slipknot has a new drummer, right?
Yep.
And then most of the news, the articles that I'm seeing are what's the face he's gonna choose,
Yeah.
Is he a good drummer?
Yeah, they're currently touring on their 25th anniversary tour of this album. They've sustained a longevity that you don't see all the time. I mean, it's not uncommon, but it's certainly not common either, especially in the more extreme side of music. They were, I think the reason this song, or this, like I said, the first time I heard this song, it was my first really. I mean, this may not be the same way everybody thinks, but for me, it took a while. Like, I didn't force myself into the more extreme world, but it was like when I first heard harsh vocals, I didn't care for it. It wasn't scary or anything, but it was just like I didn't understand it. And then
there's a scary element, though, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, certain bands definitely push the limitations.
Sorry,
no, you're good. I just remember this one being the first time I heard harsh vocals and how they fit and how he builds into them throughout the verse. He's kind of rapping, but then he, as the music shifts to more distorted, heavier, rhythmic, kind of, I don't know what the word is, but he matches the music in this song really well with his vocal pattern and his vocal tone.
His vocal stylings.
Yeah, it's a classic. I think the reason that it was appealing to me at that point was I had listened to some new metal. I had listened to Korn and Mudvayne and Limp Bizkit, whatever. Linkin Park even at that time. No, maybe not Linkin Park at that time. I don't think Linkin Park.
Probably not.
But I had gotten a taste for a little bit of heavier music, and then this came along, and I was like, okay, I get it. Because I remember, being junior high, 6th, 7th grade, and there were a couple of kids wearing Slipknot shirts and, being kind of put off even by the aesthetic of it then. I'm being like, I don't think I would like that music, and just never giving it a chance.
From the image.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I completely understand what you mean. And I don't know, I guess it's just, my ears adapting to it or my taste adapting to it. I don't know. There's still something carnal that this song brings out,
Yeah, I think their music is like that.
Yeah.
I think they're able to do that with all the instruments that they have. I mean, if you think about it, you have all these things you can do with all these noises, whatever they are, percussive, guitar, whatever. And then you can go around and say, what do we need in this part of the song? Why don't 8 of you stop playing? Mm-hmm. And then you just play, and then maybe 2 of you start here. It's like a freaking symphony or an orchestra of things that you can just.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
But I think with the percussive stuff and just how they're able to dig into, I'm big into noise, Like my favorite band will there's just 3 of them, but upright bass, keyboards, and drums, and he's got percussive stuff all around. They start off with like just making noise, and then show you how, as they move into their improvisation, they make a song out of it.
Yeah.
And then they pick it back apart, and at the end of it, it's just inanimate noises. Mm-hmm. And show you that that's really all that is. And I think Slipknot does that too.
Yeah.
They just show you that these are just noises that we're making, but if we put them all together, it can be music. It's what we call a song. It's what we call music. But so out of all these bands, they're the more artistic in the assembly of it. Mm-hmm. If that makes any sense.
It does.
And I like that. I like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Plenty more Slipknot to show you for sure. They've got a long career.
And I think there's a. I mean, I'm not saying we should do it right now, but there's another. I still want to piece out this conversation of the idea of the. Not that we're going to come to any conclusion of it, but just the visual stuff.
Yeah.
The optics of it. So maybe that's not the right one, but. And just the musical side of it, how far you blend them together in order to make, does one intrude on the other? And can you put yourself in a corner by doing that,
I think there's also the part we haven't mentioned is the marketing aspect of it.
Sure, but it's still the same thing. And, you if you package some music in a certain way, and then you know, I can't right now think of an example of that, but that you go back and you listen to and realize, whoa, there's some, you know, I just thought that was cookie cutter, or I thought that was teeny bop stuff or whatever, and then you realize that's deep stuff. You know, these people got pigeonholed. I mean, I guess it happens with people that come out and do play to a younger crowd, and then they want to get bigger. I think that happened more in the 60s, like the Monkees and stuff like that. I mean, Jimi Hendrix opened for the Monkees on a tour once. Yeah. Didn't go over well. You know, because the Monkees were marketed to kids, basically. But they were trying to be serious musicians. And, well, that was an old riff. I was trying to come up with somebody more recent, and it didn't work.
It was Monkees. From the way back.
Went to the Monkees. Anyway, I'm sure that's a good, that'll be a good conversation whenever.
Yeah, we can.
Maybe next that. Slipknot.
Yeah.
Slip yes. Slip affirmative. Thanks for showing me that song, man.
You're welcome.
I really, really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thanks for watching, everybody. That was Spit It Out by Slipknot from the self-titled album.
What do they mean? What are they saying spit it out for? They're telling them, spit it out what you have to say?
I guess so, yeah.
Or, I'll leave a bad taste in your mouth, spit it out?
Maybe. It's whatever you want it to be.
Or...
We are Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson.
Or you got gum, you know, in Catholic school or something. Spit it out. You chewing gum? Maybe it's like that. Are you chewing gum? Slipknot. You chewing gum? Spit it out. Doomicus Epicus. Great Measures.
Have a wonderful day, everybody.